Hey y'all, I'm gonna save you about 50 years of trial and error in just 5 minutes flat. Yeah, I've been cooking on cast iron probably before most of you were born. I've made just virtually every mistake you could possibly make. So today I'm gonna give you my 5 top tips. And you know you wanna stick around because tip number 4, that's gonna get a few of you totally riled up. I used to always say, don't ever use soap on your cast iron. You know, I just preached that for many, many years. But you know what? I was dead wrong. We'll get to all that in a little bit, but first, let's run through all 5 real quick so you know what's coming. Number 1, preheat. Always. Number 2, keep your heat lower than you think. Number 3, patient. It's kind of what I call the self-release. I'll tell you when it's done if you'll just let it tell you. Dish soap. Yes, every single time. And I'll explain why. You just want to season it one time. One time when you first get it. That's it. And I got a bonus tip right at the end, right here. It's gonna flip everything you thought you know right upside down. Tip number 1, preheat your cast iron pan. Now this sounds simple, and it is, but so many people forget this key step. They just take their food, throw it in a cold cast iron skillet. Here's my rule. Cold pan, cold start. It's usually not gonna turn out too good, and that's my rule. You want to fire your stove up to medium, medium-low, and center it over a burner. The thumb test. When this part of your pan's getting hot, you're probably ready to go. That leads me right into tip number 2. And that's where people go wrong every single time. Temperature, and specifically lower than you think. You might need to sear something close to medium, but on most things you cook in cast iron, you want to be down that medium-low range. That's your sweet spot to cook just about anything. You get the heat right, and most of the problems will just disappear on their own. So go ahead and err on the side and keep that baby on the lower setting. You can always just nudge it up a little bit, but you can't undo burnt food. Now before I get to tip 4, that soap controversy, don't go anywhere. Because of that bonus tip at the very end, it surprises everyone. All right, tip number 3. And this could be the most important one on the whole list, patience. Here's what happens. You put your food in the pan, and after a couple minutes you get your spatula and you're trying to move that baby around. Don't do that, because it's probably stuck. But don't panic. If you start touching it early, this is Cooking with Bob's rule. If it's stuck, just leave it go. And I call it the self-release. This is the best thing about cast iron. It's one of the greatest gifts of cast iron, the self-release. Anything that tastes good, slow and steady, always wins that race. So the next time something feels stuck, just back yourself away from that spatula. Give it a minute, and I promise you every single time, it will self-release. All right, we got tip number 4. It's gonna ruffle some feathers. It's dish soap. I use it every single time. Now I know what you're all saying, don't ever put soap on cast iron, and you know what, I used to say it too. I preached that for many, many years, and you know what, I figured out I was wrong. Here is the truth. A small amount of this modern dish soap, it's not gonna harm your cast iron. That way back old rule, that came from back when soap had lye in it. But what will damage your cast iron is letting it sit with a bunch of water inside of it. And you let it sit wet, that's the number 1 issue. Clean that baby right after you enjoyed a delicious meal. So here's what I do. I just turn on some hot water, put her in there. You don't need a lot. A couple dabs of dish soap, that's plenty. And get to scrubbing. Now you want to give it a pretty good scrub. You want to do the inside and the outside, of course. Hot water on, we're going to give her a good rinse. I got that baby all dried out. There's no crud on my cast iron. Look at that. Comes out perfectly clean every single time. I just stick it on the shelf where I store them. And I don't actually use oil very often because I might not use that particular skillet for a while and I don't want it to get rancid and all sticky. That's it, just a clean pan, no rust, no drama. Tip number 5, this one's short and sweet. You get a new cast iron skillet and you cleaned her all up, you should only have to season it once. A lot of cast iron comes pre-seasoned. It's absolutely fine. You don't have to season it anymore if you don't want to. The more you cook, especially fatty foods, and my all-time favorite, make some cornbread, make some brownies, make some biscuits. Season it once, cook in it regularly, cook on that lower setting of heat, clean it right like we just talked about, and this pan will outlive all of us. Here's that bonus tip I teased you about. I know it's another one. Don't use metal in your cast iron because it's going to remove the seasoning. And a metal spatula, there's no way it's going to scratch it off. Just use a little common sense. So you all go ahead and use a metal spatula. This cast iron can take it. It's really tough. 5 tips in 50 years in just about 5 minutes. Now, if you want to go a lot deeper on all these things I've been talking about in this video, and I mean really, really deep, and I got right here on my channel a 10-part cast iron masterclass series. So I got a playlist for that cast iron masterclass series. It'll be up here. You can click that and watch them, and 10 different videos where I share all my 50 years of experience cooking in cast iron. If you're another cast iron enthusiast, just click that like, make a comment. I'll get back to you if you're having a problem. You put it down there in them comments. Until my next video, thank you for watching. Keep your iron hot, but a little bit on that low side. And please, keep cooking.